Hey guys, so we're doing a little bit of something different today. I know normally I do car stuff and I'm normally inside of a car, but today, just because of something circumstantial that I kind of forgot about, I want to get a little bit of outreach. I have already tried to do videos about this with a third channel that I have. I have a second channel that's all video game stuff, but the third channel I tried creating for my business that I had, and I wanted to warn people about Home Advisor and also Angie's List and all that stuff. And because it wasn't a channel that had a lot of subscribers, I don't think I actually had any, it didn't go very far. So since I have quite a few subscribers, I want to try to get this out there. But basically, Angie and Home Advisor, Angie's List, all that stuff, they're scams. So what I mean by scams, they aren't scams to the customer, they are scams to the contractors that are signed up for it. I have fell victim of this, and I want to, just to show you that this is not a lie, here was a lawsuit that they did. So it says the FTC filed a complaint against the Home Advisor and the company paid money to settle. According to the complaint, Home Advisor made false claims about the quality and source of the leads they sold to businesses looking for potential customers. Okay, so, and here is where it's from. Home Advisor Settlement Refund Administrator. So this is not a lie or anything. This is actually the second check I have gotten. There actually is a physical check attached to that, which I'm not going to show because my personal information is on it. But it's only like 28 bucks. The first one was like 30 bucks, and I think I got it like almost a year ago. I don't remember what that was for, but I want to say it was something similar. So anyway, so here's the information right here. So Home Advisor used to be a company called Service Magic from 1998 to 2012. What they do, you can verify this on YouTube. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos when I was going through this, and there's former employees that spill the beans on everything that they were told to do. But what happens is Service Magic, they were doing the same thing because they're the same company. And they got caught and they settled and changed the name. So they started out with Home Advisor with a brand new name, no negative reviews, all that stuff. So that's what happens. Every so often they change names. So this went on for 14 years. Home Advisor has gone on from 2012 to apparently now. I don't know if they closed already, but according to the information I found, they have not closed yet. But in 2017, Home Advisor acquired Angie's List and renamed itself Angi Home Services. So that's what it's called now. And it is a majority shareholder of Angi, which is parent company of Home Advisor. So now Angi, the new site that's out called Angi, which has been out for a couple of years now, I think, is the same, pretty much the same company. So the way they work is, I will show you in a second, but also for other countries, they are Angi Home Services, and they operate 10 brands in 8 different countries, including Home Advisor, Angie's List, M Help Desk, Home Stars in Canada, My Hammer in Germany, My Builder in UK, WorkSpot in the Netherlands, Instapro in Italy, and Travail.com, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but in France. So they are all most likely run the same way, and they are scams. What they do is they charge contractors $325 for the year to be on their site. What happens is you have a 3-day money-back guarantee. Sorry, I'm moving. A 3-day money-back guarantee, but they don't give you any leads for about 5 days. So there's no way for you to know that you're being scammed. So what happens is, I'm just gonna move the mouse pointer because my computer likes to turn off. What happens is, you get signed up, they send you leads, and each lead is, for me, it was between 40 and 60 bucks. So if say, for instance, we'll just make up a name, Mary went on to Home Advisor looking for pressure washing services, which is what I did, for her house. If she goes in, she hits submit, which I had 2 customers tell me that they never hit submit and they still had this happen. The leads get sent to up to 10 different contractors in your area, meaning Home Advisor charges 10 different contractors instantly to send the information, which the only information you get is their name, and you get a generic phone number that is Home Advisor's number with an extension. So when you call that number, it goes to that person's actual phone number. Then you'd have to ask them for their actual phone number and explain, I just got, yours is just an extension, like a, you know, it was through Home Advisor, all that stuff. So, but what happens is a lot of people hang up on you because they think you're messing with them, you know, so you get that. And then I also had stuff where people were, they said that they never hit submit, they were just looking. And I had to explain to them, well, there's up to 10 different contractors got charged for your information, so you're going to get phone calls. So if you go on Home Advisor or Angi, you will most likely get phone calls if you even search. So even if you don't want the work done. So the reason why is because all those contractors just got charged for your lead. But what happened was, with the lawsuit, Home Advisor made fake leads, where it was just nobody. So you got charged for John Doe, and you go to call them, nobody picks up. You go to email them, it probably went to an email that Home Advisor made that just went to a pile of junk emails, and you had to dispute it with Home Advisor that you didn't want to get charged for it. They allowed you to do that up to 2 times. After that, you had to call them, and they kind of fought you with it. You'd be on hold or whatever, so you wouldn't get your money back. I asked them for my money back, and they said, well, all we can do is a credit. So they credited me $325, but all they had to do was charge me for leads until that money was gone. And what they did is, if they projected $1 million for the quarter, and they were at 700,000, to make the other 300,000, they would put out leads that were fake to all these contractors to pull money from their accounts to make the other $300,000 up. So Home Advisor never got like losses. They at least made their quota, but the contractors got charged for stuff that didn't even exist, which is what the lawsuit is about. That's the false claims about the quality and the source of the leads. I also had one time where I was at some guy's house doing the work for him because he called me directly, and he must have went on Home Advisor later on after I was already there. And I took a break from pressure washing his house, and I went into my van to check my Home Advisor, because you have to do it if you don't respond within a day, you can't dispute information. So I was checking it every couple hours. So when on break, I looked at it, and here's the same guy that I'm doing work for. So they call Home Advisor, because they charged me for the lead. So they call them and say, look, I'm at this guy's house right now doing work. He contacted me directly through my phone number of my company before he even did anything with Home Advisor. I'm at his house. I have the paperwork to prove that I was here for an estimate, and the phone calls and everything before that, before the Home Advisor lead popped up. So they fought me for a little while, but they finally gave it back. But here is an actual screenshot that is redacted of my account. So this was from a while ago, but I had this one. See, what they do is they give you this phone number, this 330-355. It's the same thing for all of them, but they give you an extension, and that's the extension that you call. And that extension goes to their normal phone number. So, and then they have these little, like this one here I called, but they didn't pick up. Like, it was all just, they have different information about who you call and how you try to access. Like that one, I said that they wouldn't pick up, so I had to email them in order to dispute it. So I had to email them after I took the screenshot of this. But if I remember correctly, this was the guy that I was at his house. And that's why there's something with the phone call that they did with the dispute after I was in process. And then the green is supposed to be that the lead is open, and that I haven't gotten, any information back to dispute it or anything like that. But if I remember correctly, this lady wasn't real. And then I believe this lady wasn't real. So but the other two were, because that one I was at his house doing it. This one I believe was real. But that's how they got your money. And like I said, I had 4 active leads. You could go through, you could check these all you wanted. These were from 2020. And you can print them, rate them, whatever. And it was set up like a legit website. You could rate it and say, yeah, this lead's good, whatever. But that's what they do, is they scam people. They scam the contractors. It's not if you're a customer and you say, I want my house pressure washed, you're not getting scammed. You're just but here's one thing though. You most likely will be charged more if you go through Home Advisor, because the contractors want their money that they got charged from Home Advisor back, or Angi, whatever it is now. So if they get charged $80, some of them get charged like $80 for certain, depends on what it is. So if they're getting charged $80, they're going to put that on your bill to get the $80 back on top of the work that they're doing. They're going to put it in somehow, most likely. So you're better off looking at Google or a phone book or newspaper ads, whatever, and call them directly. Or if you see their van going by, whatever, call them directly. Do not use Angi or Home Advisor or anything like that, because they are going to scam up to 10 contractors for, when they give them your name and what you want done and this generic phone number. They charge me $40 to $60 per lead here, and like I said, 2 were fake. So I got charged $80 to $120 for 2 fake leads. And then this one, like I said, I was at the guy's house already doing it, so that was another $40 to $60 on top of that shouldn't have been charged to me. So that $325 credit that I got was gone within like 2 months, because they just kept on charging me for leads that, like I said, some didn't exist. But the very first lead that I got from Home Advisor was a real lead, and I got the job through them. But I mean, overall, I only got like 4 jobs through the people here. So overall, I made my money back. Actually, I made my money back on the first one, but I got ripped off for all these other leads that they gave me. You know, so please use caution. Please use Google or something to look up businesses, or like I said, just look up the directory somewhere. Do not use Angi or Home Advisor, because they are scams. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll try to answer as honestly as possible. But like I said, I will show it again that this is not a lie. This is a settlement between the Federal Trade Commission and Home Advisor. FTC is the nation's consumer protection agency, and they filed a complaint against Home Advisor, and the company paid money to settle because they didn't want it in court. And then most likely Home Advisor is going to either, if they aren't gone already, they will be, and you're going to see Angi instead, because Angi's already out. But when Home Advisor, I'm guessing when Home Advisor is done with the settlement, they will probably be gone or change their name or something. And then Angi will probably be around for 10 to 15 years, and same thing. They'll probably be, whatever year they started, I can't remember, but they will probably be in a settlement or lawsuit in 10 to 15 years for the same stuff. I almost guarantee it. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Sorry about that. I inhaled smoke on one of my previous, for the blower motor on the Trailblazer, and I'm still coughing. It's been 3 weeks and 1 day now, still coughing. But anyway, please leave your comments down below, and thanks for watching.